we are here today with Joespehine Wilson. And Joespehine is one of the best stories I think that we have in KW. I think so. And I think we're going to inspire some people here tonight. And here's what I would say. Joespehine came into my world, gosh, was it back in, what year did you get to KW?
14 years ago.
Yeah, right. So about, oh my gosh, yeah, that's a long time ago. So 2000, and somebody do that math, 2005, 2006.
Something like that, yeah.
Like that, right? So Joespehine, Joespehine, I'll let her introduce herself, but she started as a newer agent with me, and she has grown her business tremendous. It's expanded into even investments, and she started as a single mom, and also with another job that she wasn't letting go.
2 other jobs.
2 other jobs. And so I'm just proud to have her here. This is our coaching platform. So a lot of our agents are in their first year. Some of them are going to be maybe in their second or third year. But our agents here are looking to just launch their business and get to the level that you've taken it to, quite frankly. So we'll have lots of people that are going to join us, like watching us on Facebook later. And we'll have this as a recording to be able to.
And I'm really nervous for the Facebook.
Yes. It's okay. Don't worry about it. No judgment. So we're just going to take about 35 minutes or so, and let's just talk about Joespehine. So Joespehine, give me a little snapshot. Give us a little snapshot as to when you got started. What did that look like? And then give us a snapshot of 2020.
God, it's gonna take me. I feel like it's gonna take me so long. So I always was in sales. So and when I say sales, I sold like Christmas Around the World. I sold Party Light. I always liked people. And I always wanted to get into real estate, but I couldn't give up. So I got married in 1990, got divorced, kind of went back and forth with a divorce, and finally decided to leave my marriage and moved to New Jersey. I moved back in with my parents in 2002. I had no college degree. Because I got married and wanted to have kids, and that's what I did. Wound up in a bad marriage. Wound up just walking out, literally packing my stuff and just walking out and not knowing what I was going to do. Came to New Jersey, lived in with my parents. My children were, I don't know, 8 and 11 maybe. I don't remember. And started working at Home Depot part-time. Worked at Home Depot for 8 years and kind of moved myself up there. I was making $15 an hour, and somebody came in and offered me a better job making $20 an hour. I left. I was working at Home Depot. I was waitressing at Federici's, which was a local pizza place. I had gone to look for a part-time job, and I didn't want to work at a bar because I had 2 little kids, so I started working for a family restaurant. Little did I realize 17 years later, I'd still be working there. So I worked at Home Depot. I did new construction houses on the side. I did whatever I had to do basically to make money. I had medical insurance. The medical insurance was the most important part of this whole equation because I had a place to live. I knew I could work as long as I was healthy. I just needed medical insurance. Left that job to go to another job that promised me $5 more an hour and was waitressing at the same time. And found myself 3 months later when it came time for insurance that the guy reneged and didn't give me insurance. So now I was stuck with pretty much yelling and cursing at a guy and walking out and having just the restaurant job. I went to go work. Worked the restaurant job 7 days a week practically, was making $2,500 cash in my pocket. I was happy. I decided to go to real estate school. Went to real estate school. Got my license. I was cleaning houses. I was waitressing, got my license. Now what do? I can't leave for commission, right? Commission job because I have to have my insurance for 2 kids and myself.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the story sometimes, and I went to go work for Assist to Sell, and Assist to Sell was probably honestly the lowest you could possibly do. You're getting paid nothing. And just to fast forward, I decided to take the plunge. I was on New Jersey Family Care. I was on the state insurance for my kids.
Mhm.
So now I had to watch what I was making, right? Because I couldn't lose that insurance. I had full insurance for my kids.
Mhm.
And they were little. So I decided to, I found out that the state insurance would give me 18 months of insurance if I walked out. Got my license, did what I had to do, went to Assist Estelle. I tried to go to Coldwell Banker. They wouldn't take me because I wasn't full-time. Remax wouldn't take me because I wasn't full-time. Nobody gave me the opportunity. I finally found GMAC Blue, which is down the street from my house, joined them, wasn't doing really anything until Adele walked in, and Adele gave us the opportunity to come. So in a nutshell, I walked out knowing I had 18 months to do or die, right? 18 months I had medical insurance. After 18 months, I had to figure something out.
And listen, Joe, that's where a lot of people are. I mean, honestly, people are going like, I got 18 months.
Scary, guys.
Yeah, I got 5 months. I got a year. Otherwise, I'm out. I got to go do something else. So fast forward a little bit.
It was scary.
What does your...
So I always knew inside of me I would do whatever I had to do to make money, but I needed that medical insurance. So I came to KW. First year, I think I missed a circle of excellence by like a point, maybe 2 points. People wanted to give stuff to me, and I was like, no, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to do it myself. Second year is when I went to family reunion for the first time. Haven't missed a family reunion since then.
Amen.
Fast forward 2 years, I capped. It's like, wow, I want to do this again.
Time out though. Time out. The whole time you still have the other job, right?
I still have I still have my restaurant job. Never stop my restaurant job. 6 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week, I work my restaurant job. And when I had to, 18 months later, when I had to start paying insurance, guys, I was paying almost $15,000 a year in medical insurance for me and my 2 kids. That number would have, excuse my French, would have scared the shit out of anybody. Mm-hmm. And it didn't. I just said, I gotta do it. I gotta do what I gotta do. I was working the restaurant probably 6 days a week. I was still bringing home about $1,500. I was still able. So I learned how to utilize the restaurant to help me in my real estate business. Kept paying my medical insurance, in the interim, in these 15 years, I was able to pay my oldest daughter's part of her tuition to Rutgers. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how to keep going about it, just what I accomplished in this time. So I was able to cap every year. I was able to build a referral business that 85% of my business is referrals. I was getting deals from the restaurant. I would make sure that every single person knew I would find a way to have conversations with people at that restaurant. If it was snowing out, they would come in and they would complain about the weather. And I'd say, I know, I'm a real estate agent and showing houses in the snow is this. Or if it was sunny and they wanted to be at the beach, I would say, yes, so do I. I'm a realtor. I said, I mean, here or showing houses, I would always find a way to talk to people. And I built, right now I have 3 deals that are the restaurant, and I stopped working the restaurant 2 years ago. I was afraid to quit the restaurant.
You only quit 2 years ago?
Like 2.5 years ago that I quit the restaurant.
Oh my God.
17 years I did both. I was working at the restaurant for 2 years and then I did this. So, what was another major thing that happened in my life that real estate has helped me? So I got my one daughter off. She's done with grad school. Now my other daughter's in college, right? With my first one, I got most of her undergrad paid for because I wasn't making any money. By the time my Danielle got to college, I was already making $100,000 a year. I was like, what am I going to do? I can't pay for anything. So I had the intentions of paying off her grad school. And this is a personal thing. And what happened was I did her loans wrong. And she didn't get into grad school when she was supposed to get out. I don't even think Mary Beth knows this story. Mm-hmm. And because she didn't get right into grad school, because her occupational therapy was only accepting 30 kids out of 200 applicants, 20 kids out of 300 applicants. She didn't get into grad school right out of school. And I did her loan wrong. So I inherited a $130,000 loan about 4 years ago. Oh. And I had my parents. So my parents helped me when I first moved in. Now I help them and I help run the household there. My one daughter graduated grad school. I have another child. I have my own life. I'm paying at this time now, $12,000 a year of medical insurance because my one child was off. I'm like, holy shit, what am I going to do with this loan? I felt sorry for myself for about 5 minutes. And I said, what am I going to do? 2 years ago, I started flipping houses. I went to a client of mine that I actually sold 4 houses to, told him my whole story, asked him if he wanted to invest with me, and he laid out all the money for my first investment, $300,000. And I did that 2 years ago. And he had enough trust in me because I built that relationship. And the minute I met him, he was an expired. I built that relationship that he trusted me all those years later and laid out the money for my first flip. I did my first flip. I'm in the middle of my 6th flip right now because I kind of just built on it. And I have, I'm on my way to paying her loan off and not having to, she is now finishing grad school this year. Mm-hmm. I should have her loan paid off. And then I'll help them do other stuff. I have 2 rental properties because last year I bought 2 rental properties. I started doing the flips to fund the rental properties. So I would have, I just had a better plan. A better plan for myself.
Sure.
So
now, okay, so here we are. It's like a totally, I love this story, and I really wanted to bring this to us because this is real life, okay? We don't all just come to real estate and are able to go full-time, or maybe in a few months or so you realize I can't do this full-time because I need some other income coming in. And this is an example of somebody that just worked both maybe 3 or 4 plans at once to get it to where she now doesn't work the restaurant anymore, is fully in real estate. Last year, how many units did you close?
48. The year before it was like 40 something.
Okay. And so what kind of volume? Now we're in Jackson, New Jersey, which is Ocean County. It's a little bit different unit, per unit, but what is the volume on that?
2019, I did 14 million. Last year, I did about 12 million.
Okay.
And, well, you know what? The lesson to this is it doesn't matter if you're full-time, you're part-time. It doesn't matter. It matters that you just do it and you don't think about the money and you don't think about the problems you have. Because if you get out there and just do, it's going to sound so cliche, but it's the truth. Just get out there and help as many people as you can, however you can help them, because the real estate and the money will just come. It just comes. And don't think about, I'm not somebody who gets my problems get in my way. I just figure out how I'm going to solve them. Because as long as you're breathing and as long as you're healthy, and you can do anything. You can.
So tell me, share with us how many, with the closings that you had in the last couple of years, like where has the bulk of your business come from now?
Referrals.
And is it coming all from the restaurant anymore?
No, it's not all from the restaurant, but I still have relationships. I still built the relationship. I still keep in touch with people. I still do my Popeyes. I still do note cards. I still do my Facebook posts. I still do.
So time out. So stop there.
Okay.
Tell me how, because I know you're a relationship person and this is a relationship business. So what does it look like? What does inside of your commands look like? Or what does it look like inside of your database? What does it look like inside of your schedule for the week? What does Joespehine do to create those kind of relationships that obviously you gain that trust for somebody to lay out the money for the first flip? And guys, this is not rare that you will find this kind of story.
No.
Sandra, you're helping some people, trying to look for investments and whatnot. At some point, they understand your work ethic. And they're just like,
yes.
You know what? This girl's coming to me now. I bet you, Joespehine, did they put themselves in on the deal? I mean, there was an interest.
Oh yeah, they were a third partner. My last flip that I just closed last month was a client of mine that bought houses from me and rented 2 houses from me. And her daughter, listen guys, her daughter is a real estate agent, KW West Monmouth.
Thank you very much. Come again.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Did you send her a referral?
Did I send? No, her mother didn't send her a referral.
No need to, because a referral.
We were partners. She laid out the money in my deal. I laid out the renovation. And I mean, so everybody in my life, okay. So the first thing I want to say to everybody is, you have to pick and choose who you want in your life and the kind of people you want in your circle. You want to keep those people with the same morals, the same worth ethic, and the same plans you have. You have to have the same, don't have to be exactly like you. But I have realized now I can only have people in my world that want to give, that want to donate, that want to help people. Not the people that are the complainers, and not the people that want to complain about how hard their life is and how, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, because I don't care how hard, like, again, how hard your life is, as long as you can breathe and you're healthy enough, you can achieve anything. Okay, back to your database. So if you were a brand new agent and I was having a conversation with you, I would say make a list of 100 people. And you know what? If you can't make a list of 100 people, make a list of 20 people. I don't really care. And I would just service the heck out of them. Just see what you can do. Interact with them. Be there for them. Ask them if they need any help. I mean, I would get on Facebook. I still do. And I get on Facebook early in the morning when I'm awake at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I look and see who I can post on. Somebody's kid just got their driver's license. I'll send a note card out if they're my friend, and I'll send a little magnet, or I'll send a little air freshener out to them. Just saying, I mean, I can remember a couple that I've done. Hey, you know, I'm just calling to wish your son luck on his driver's license. Maybe I should wish you luck, because you're going to be the one up at midnight. But how nice it is when people wake up and, you know, get something in the mail and see that. I put a post out recently, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie? I went out and bought 5 boxes of Girl Scout cookies, and I mailed them to those people that said what their favorite Girl Scout cookie is. It's just doing little things that people, it doesn't have to cost money either. It can be that person who, like right now I have a client. She called me on one of my listings. She has a child that's permanently disabled. It's just her husband, and her child. And I said to her, instead of worrying about buying a house, how about I come over and we make a plan to sell your house? And I wasn't worried about her showing her that $760,000 house, because that wasn't going to solve her problem. Her problem was she needed a house to accommodate this child that couldn't walk and couldn't feed herself. I went to her house for 2 hours. We made a plan of how we were going to list her house, how we were going to find her house, how I was going to find her contractors to do the work in her house, and go shopping for her tile for her bathroom for her, so we can get her house on the market, get her into a house as seamless as possible. Those are the kind of things you do to help people. Those are the, you know, I've been to people's houses to help them pack. I've been to people's houses to help them put their smoke detectors up. You got to find that within you to want to do it, and everything else just falls into place.
So give us this piece of advice. If you were a newer agent and you are looking to go get listings, right? Because you just said if you had a listing, and I do believe that our agents are, one thing we train on, Joespehine, is to definitely get that database up and running in their first 30 days. So most of our agents do have a list of 20 to 100 to 200 people, and then most of them are using command to do that. So if you were in their shoes, what would you tell them to do to go get that first listing? What is working right now for you to get listings?
I get on the phone in the next month and start calling your database and see how they are, see if they need anything, how they're making it through this. Spring is coming. They might need help with their gardening. They might need their house power washed. They might need, get your list of vendors. That's all free. Go find people that you can work with.
Time out for a second, Joespehine, because I love what you're saying. And I'm not moving, but
okay.
I'm not going to move, but you're going to call me and you're going to ask me how I'm doing. Do you need any service providers? Because I have this really great list of people. Hey, who do you need? You need a lawn service. How many people will go, hey, who do you use for your lawn? I need a great lawn service, right? And they're on Facebook and they're looking and But what if their realtor, you, called them in the database to say, spring is coming with all the things that you do with the house. What do you need? What do you got going on over there? How can I be of service to you? How could I help you? That's what you're telling me, right? Because I don't need to move,
Yes.
but you're gonna
Right.
share with me.
I'm going to share with you, so I become the person that you think of when someone's looking to sell. And by the way, Mary Beth, I just want you to know that I just recently got my license, and I'm working with a great team of people at KW Ocean, and we have tons of buyers. So if you've considered selling, or it's in your 3-year plan, you might want to sit with somebody and just kind of get an idea. Now, sit with me now and see what your house is worth. Or if you're not planning on moving, interest rates are so low now. I have a mortgage guy that could actually sit with you and have a conversation. He might be able to save you $200-300 a month. Wouldn't that be great if you could save $200 or $300 a month? And try to think of reasons why you can incorporate into that phone call. It doesn't have to be as harsh as that, because it might just be as simple as, have you considered refinancing? Interest rates right now can be as low as 2%. 2%. I don't know what you're paying now, but to some people that means $300. That means, a car payment. It's worth a conversation. Can I put you in contact with somebody? No, not right now. Okay, I'll check back with you. If you happen to know anybody who's looking to buy or sell in the near future or invest, would you mind keeping me in mind? Next time I would call, I would send them and then I would immediately send a thank you card. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. And I'd stick a couple of cards in there, and just as a reminder, if you happen to know anybody that I can help, please let me know. And if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Can I add you? Can I add you to my list? Can I add you to my database so I can keep in touch with you? Just so if and when you need anything, you think of me, you're on top of mind.
This comes very natural to you, and it sounds like you do this often. What does the schedule look like as far as you calling into it? It doesn't have to be perfect, but are you talking about are you prospecting religiously? Do you have a set time in your schedule that you're doing that?
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not gonna say yes, because to me, I prospect every day, every hour that I'm awake. Okay. So that's just me though. So it's hard to, yes, you should be on a schedule. Yes, my MAPS coach is trying to get me on a schedule, but understand that this has become part of my life, that I don't feel like I'm working. I don't feel like I'm working. So I'm just constantly, I walk by somebody looking at a homes magazine. Don't think I don't stop and ask them if they're looking to buy or sell, because I do. If I call a wrong number and I'm prospecting, I'll say, well, that's okay. Are you looking to buy or sell in the near future? Do you know anybody who's looking to buy or sell? I was just in Orange, New Jersey, an hour away from my house, because I took a referral for a rental, and this little old lady saw me putting my sign in the car, and she was, excuse me, are you a realtor? I said, I am. She goes, do you have a card? Do you guys think I just gave her my card and walked away? Absolutely not. I gave her 2 cards in case she lost one. I got my phone out and asked her name and her address, and got her phone number, and said, would it be okay if at your convenience I stop by? Because other than just you calling me, maybe there's other things I can help you with before you list your house. Like if you have any work. She goes, I do have work that has to be done. She goes, I need to know what's going on. I don't mind stopping by there and showing you. Not, can I list your house? Can I come over and help you prepare your house to get listed?
I love it. I love it.
So
how many contacts do you think you have a day? In your day, are you talking maybe 20 contacts, 5 contacts, 100 contacts? How many people is Joespehine actually speaking to about real estate daily, would you say?
Some days 2, some days 5, some days every single person I come across. My suggestion is put 10 business cards in your pocket in the morning and plan on giving those 10 business cards out. Guess what? If you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you go to Dunkin' Donuts every morning, instead of going to that Dunkin' Donuts, go to the one down the street tomorrow. So you're in front of a couple of other people. Wear your name badge. Wear your name badge upside down, because guess what? Every single solitary person that's ever asked me, how is real estate? I don't care if I have no listings and I haven't had a paycheck in a month, 2 months, 4 months. Real estate's great. Why? Have you thought about buying or selling? That is my answer. It's never, oh, well, the market's not good. People aren't getting houses right now. That's not it. That's not it. It's always good. I love what I do. People know I love what I do.
Did you ever have any success with for sale by owners and expireds?
Yes. Okay, for sale by owner story. I had a for sale by owner that did not want to list with me in Jackson. And I did open houses. So I called them up one day. So I would call a for sale by owner. Hi, Mary Beth. This is Joespehine from Keller Williams. I see you have your house on the market. How are you doing with that?
Good.
I would say, well, how long have you had it on the market?
A couple weeks.
And how long do you think you're going to give it before, whatever? So I would call them and tell them that number one, I'll give you a couple of tips. Only one person can buy your house, right? And one person walking through the door. But the people that are walking through your door most likely are not pre-qualified. I can leave you some flyers for for my mortgage rep and make sure that everybody that walks through that door gets pre-qualified. That's for you for free. The only thing maybe I would ask for is if anything left over, then I would have, some people I could call. I would do open houses for them. I would go in and help them stage their house. I mean, now is a little tougher. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. Houses are selling in 5 minutes. So now the service that I can provide is taking it off your plate and it not being a headache for you. Because as easy it is to sell your house, people are working harder now in the transaction. And I can alleviate that pain for you. I can do the open house. I can do all the paperwork. I can sit the inspections. I can help you do all that. So that's what I would with that. With expireds,
it's still the same thing though. She's still coming from the aspect of helping. You're still coming from, I'm going to help you. I love that.
Right.
Okay. So expireds,
I would call them and I would just say, I would go back way back when, people do not know. They just hear a bunch of noise. They don't really know what their house is worth. So how about I just come over and have a conversation with you? Because even if you're not thinking about selling, it might fit your needs to capitalize on this right now and go rent somewhere. Like you've got it. You've always got everything you do with real estate. It's always got to be about somebody else, not about you. What can you do to help them? There's people that are out there that probably don't even realize how much money they can make on their house right now. Okay, I have another story. So I have somebody in my database that's been thinking about selling for a really long time. She's a restaurant person. She has given me referrals. Anyway. Her husband retires in 2 years. I sat on the phone with her last week and I called her just to say hi. And we started talking. I said, Jackie, I said, she's like, I want you to come over here. She goes, 2 years from March is when we're listing our house. I go, why are we waiting 2 years? How do we know what the market's going to be like in 2 years? I go, tell me what you need to sell your house for. She tells me. I said, what do you need to live in? She said, I need at least a 2-bedroom. I want this, I want that. I said, okay, let's give that a number. I'm going to say $2,000. 2,000 times 24 months for the next 2 years is this much money. So now, if I can list your house at $629, you want to walk away with 6, right? If I can list your house at least 6. If I can list your house for $629, I said we take away the money you need for rentals. You take away my commission. You're still walking away from this. You can go rent somewhere. Make your money now because nobody knows what the market's going to be like 2 years from now. Nobody knows what the market's going to be like 2 minutes from now. Never mind 2 years from now. But we know what it is right now.
True story. Mm-hmm.
And I have an appointment with her now to go see it because I made her realize what could happen without saying, can I have you listening? Can I have you listening? Can I have you listening? You ready to list? You ready to list? You ready to list? I helped her self-discover that now might be the time. And all you have to do is put some thought into it. And again, come from contribution and people want to talk to you. But she knows me as Joespehine is not pushing me. She's just here to help me and try to figure it out. And it might not work, and that's okay. I'll talk to her for the next 2 years until I get her listening. So
you'll get it though, and you'll get referrals, and you have gotten referrals from her.
I have gotten referrals from her. Yeah. I have gotten referrals from her. I mean, I have one more quick story I'll tell you that's a good one. Mike and Heather Elkin were restaurant people. They came in on a Friday night, probably, 8 years ago. They were moving from North Jersey to Howell, New Jersey. They were in contract with a RE/MAX agent. I met them serving them pizza one night, young couple, and they hated their agent. Their agent was just horrible. I helped them for 3 months while they were in attorney review and out of attorney review and their contract. And they called me for everything, and I helped them with everything. They closed on they wanted to cancel their contract. I said, you can't do that. They're like, why? Because you're going to lose the house. I said, so just keep the contract. I'll help you deal. To this day, they have given me probably 5 referrals. They promised me I was going to sell their next house. When their next house came, they did not list with me or sell with me because their mom's best friend got their license.
Yeesh.
Did I get mad? Nope, I didn't get mad. They still got my Popeyes. They still got invited to my client events. They still got my phone calls. They still got my everything. They're in a $500,000 house now that I didn't help them buy, but they talk to me 2 and 3 times a month. I drop gifts off to their kids. I invite them to my client events, and I have serviced their friends, not their realtor. That's sold to them. Who cares?
Who cares, right? It's and I love that you're saying that. And because the purpose of having people inside of our database is to build rapport, build validity and trust with them so that they will give you referrals. One mistake that we make is looking at the database saying like, I got to sell them something. They're gonna list. It's not that. It's really just showing who you are. You have all these raving fans that are inside your database. You're choosing what your audience is going to be by building that database. So when you build that database and now you have an audience, what are you saying to them? Joesphine's whole message is, how can I help you? What can I help you with? Here's this, here's that, coming from contribution. And her expectation is that her database is going to give her referrals. Not that they're necessarily going to do transactions with her, but they're going to give referrals. And that is the purpose of building a great database. Go ahead.
And it's okay if someone tells me they know 5 realtors, my answer is that's okay, because I only need 1 referral from you. I don't need 5. So if you could just think of someone that I would click with, or I would get along with, or they would like my personality, I'm okay with that. And if your sister or your brother or your friend or your best friend is a realtor, sometimes people don't want to deal with people they know. I'd be happy to give them a referral. Again, you're always thinking about
coming from contribution, giving back, helping. Because at the end of the day, what could they say? They can't be mad at you. You helped me. Okay, maybe they didn't work with you, but you've helped me. And of course, I'm going to spread the good word. If somebody asks me, hey, how do you like that girl, Joespehine? Was she okay? Yeah, she's amazing. Maybe they didn't use you, but they know that you are solid professional. And
some of my referral partners have never even did a deal with me. And they refer me to business.
I love it. I love it. All right, guys, I just wanted to get a little glimpse into Joesphine's world. I so appreciate it. Joespehine is down in Jackson, New Jersey. So if you have any referrals that need to go south into Ocean County, that's where I would suggest to send them, is Joespehine. Also, if you want to pick her brain, please connect with her, because I'm sure she has even more nuggets to share. And you should have these kind of resources. Joespehine was in your shoes not so long ago. A little bit long ago, right? 17 years, 13, 14 years.
Yeah. I also teach some classes. I teach a referral class, and I teach continuously. I teach in my market center on Zoom, and I also teach in the Metuchen Market Center once a month. So if you want to jump on my referral class, send me a text, and I'll send you I'll send you the link when I do that.
Okay, perfect. Why don't you put your cell phone number in the chat, and then I'll go ahead and post it out on the Facebook group as well. And what I'd like maybe we could do that. Maybe we could bring you back and we can do a referral class.
I don't even know how to put it in the chat. What it says, raise hand, mute, or invite.
Give me your phone number. What is it?
732 685 5973.
5973. 732. Oh, of course, the number 732-685-5973.
73. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, Joespehine, I want to thank you for your time today. I'm sure you have some prospecting to do.
And told me she's listening to my interview. I'm going to kill her. That's Danielle on there.
Danielle, I see you. She's there. I see her. Not that I can see you. All right. Well, guys, I hope this was a good use of your time. This will be dropped in the lobby. Please connect with Joespehine. She has a great story. Bye, Gina. And I just wanted to encourage you guys today. Another great interview with one of our top agents, Joespehine Wilson.
Thank you guys. Bye. Bye.
Bye.